Please go ahead and retry the question, reading all of the relevant passage before watching the video. This is a deleting question. Main thing you need to know about deleting questions, they're very easy to recognize because they almost always have kept or deleted or something of that nature in the question prompt. They'll often also have either kept, deleted for two of the answer choices. And what you want to consider is whether or not the deleted portion is necessary to understanding the passage. If it's not necessary for understanding the passage, it should not be there. And so in this scenario, we can read the deleted portion and realize that the rest of the paragraph is talking about his camera. Before it talks about his camera, and then immediately after it talks about his camera, and they just throw in this thing about the technique. So this is not in line with what the rest of the paragraph. It is not necessary to understanding the paragraph, and therefore this one is going to be deleted. If you didn't recognize that, I'll give you some tips on how to still get these correct, but we're just going to read the two deleted answers now to find out which one is correct. And we're actually going to be looking for which ones are wrong. So we want to always train our brain to look to eliminate wrong answers instead of looking for the right answer. So H, because it detracts from the paragraph's focus on the quality of Bentley's photographs. And that is not what this paragraph is about. It is about his camera. It's not talking about his photographs in this paragraph. So H is going to be eliminated because that's not what it's talking about. J, because it interrupts the description of Bentley's camera. And so that's going to be our correct answer because that is exactly what is happening. We're still going to consider the other answers just to verify. And when you don't know if it's kept or deleted, you're just going to want to read what comes after the kept or deleted to decide which is going to allow you to eliminate the answer. So answer F, because it introduces a photographic technique of Bentley's that will be described later in the essay. So it doesn't actually tell us that this is Bentley's technique. It just mentions it and it says a technique of photographers. So, there's that's wrong. It also doesn't talk about it later in the essay. You wouldn't know that right now until you read further. So you might not know that, but we do know this isn't necessarily one of his techniques, and certainly we don't know that from that part. So answer F is gone. Answer G, because it establishes that Bentley was an experienced photographer. It doesn't, as I said in answer F, even recognize that this is Bentley's technique or that he knows about this technique or uses this technique. So we don't know any better that he is an experienced photographer based off of it telling us about this technique that he may or may not use. So answer G is gone, leaving us with answer J. If this made sense, add it to your worksheet, master it, and go back 5. And then instead of going to the next question you missed, it's probably a great idea to just do all of the deleting questions that you missed first. So you can master this category. If you didn't miss any other deleting questions and you want more practice, highly recommend that you do the mastery getting 10 questions correct in a row for this category. And then you will likely not miss it again.